Hello and welcome to another update video about MATIC. Yeah, the MATIC chart has already rallied quite substantially over the last few days. We are hovering around the 115, 116 level, basically around the previous high point. We've seen a break above this swing high that was formed on Tuesday, yesterday, and it is possible that we now just see a retest, a possible retest of that previous high. So as you can clearly see here, this was a small breakout point. Price broke above it, could just come down to retest it and form another high or carry on. This is a bullish chart. I've been highlighting this now for a long time. The chart is printing higher highs, higher lows, and it is entirely possible that the wave 2 here already bottomed on Tuesday in a very rapid volatility event. Remember that we're tracking here a so-called, we go to the 4-hour chart, 1-2-1-2 setup. What does that mean? So if we say the initial wave 1 here occurred and the wave 2 occurred, the pullback in January, and then another 1-2, then this is a very, very bullish structure. Regardless of whether, okay, maybe we form another marginally lower low in the wave 2. We'll talk about that in a minute on the smaller time frame. But the 1-2-1-2 setups are really some of the best setups in Elliott wave. I mean, now that doesn't mean it couldn't break. I mean, any structure can break, but it is a great setup for a rally next to $1.71 in this third wave. That's the third of a third wave. Can also go higher, absolutely. You know, it's just sort of a landmark here on the chart, this 100% extension level. How is that calculated? Well, it's calculated based on this larger degree wave 1, based on this pullback and the 100% extension level. It is just a common sort of rough target for a third of a third wave, the 100% extension. Yeah. Then, but sometimes you get extensions. They are pretty normal in crypto, especially in third waves, especially in a bullish market. Then we should get a wave 4 of 3. Which is actually not highlighted here on the chart, and then a wave 5 of 3, and this larger degree third wave, which is the main third wave, should ideally reach $2.41 plus. Yeah, that means possibly even higher. Absolute bare minimum expectation for this larger third wave is $2.12, but that is really the bare minimum, ideally higher. And then we should get a wave 4 and a wave 5. That could then complete again a larger wave 1, and it all continues, you know. If these third waves extend beyond expectations, this entire yellow structure here could take us to all-time highs. Yeah, it's just not predictable if this third wave. I mean, see, they can extend easily to the 200% extension. I can really only give you some ideal targets here. They third waves can be more aggressive than people think. That is why we don't want to get too small, typically with our positions in third wave rallies. Yeah, a lot of people try to trade in and out. I think that is reasonable to try that, but only with short-term positions. Make sure that if you want to trade a third wave or the main element of a third wave, that you have your core position, that you don't easily touch it, that you really use that to trade the main element of the rally. I mean, these setups don't appear every day, right? And it's just, it's incredible. I mean, I read stories about the people who really did very well, you know, accumulated in the bear market and everything, and bought and have their positions, and then they still get greedy now in the current price regions when we talk about Bitcoin, over leverage, and all their profits, and they've done well, they're gone. It's credit. So just don't mess it up. That's I think an important message. I recently watched a video by Michael Saylor. He just said, okay, this is a bullish market, you can make money, don't mess it up. That's key. So yeah, trading all in, all out is not a great idea. Scaling in, scaling out around the core position. If you want to trade the main element, that's great. Okay, so looking at the 1-hour time frame here, the question is around, okay, what are the support levels? So has this wave 2 already bottomed? So 5 waves up from the 23rd of January to the 5th of March high. 5 waves, yeah. Wave 2 pullback might have bottomed already here on the 5th of March. Then, however, we would not revisit the lower support region again. We would stay above it. Ideally, we would even stay within or above the orange support region. That's for the scenario that we've already bottomed. Yeah, because this could be another wave 1, then a wave 2 pullback. So I recognize the possibility that we are already in the third wave, but it needs to hold in any pullback 99.9 cents. I think now would be a good time for such a pullback. Maybe it's forming one more high, but we are there, you know, if that pullback shows, ideally it forms from sort of this region somewhere. And yeah, I mean, I think, you know, the main condition here is it needs to hold above 99.9 cents. Any pullback, watch these fib levels here for potential reaction. If the level breaks, so if the range breaks, the upper support range, all that would likely happen in these scenarios, and they both have to be considered, they're both likely, yeah, but they're both bullish, so they don't differ too much from each other. In the yellow count, we are revisiting possibly the lower support region. If that happens, because it's an overshooting B wave in this case, I wouldn't really expect it to go below 89.3 cents, to be honest, but we have to technically give it space down to 77. This is just, yes, then the idea that the wave 2 hasn't bottomed yet. So these are the two scenarios that need to be considered. I think it's very simple when we have a chart like that that presents a very bullish outlook. Pullbacks, if they are deep and don't break support, especially not below 77 cents, the lower the better. Better reward to risk ratio for accumulation. Don't get too greedy, don't over leverage, you know, use the setbacks maybe to accumulate. And if there are no setbacks, then just manage risk and move up the stop losses, or just, yeah, make sure that you take profits religiously along the way, but not too much. Depending on your own trading plan, of course, depending on what you want to trade, you know, what time frame. But that's sort of the idea. These are the support levels. So I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.